how does what you wear as Mumba Yachi complement your music? Because I'm trying to think, if I have a corporate event and I would like Mumba Yachi to perform, I love his music and I want him to perform. But maybe I'm scared that Mumba Yachi will come in a bamba.
Yes, exactly.
So how does what you wear complement the type of music you do?
The music I do? That's a very beautiful question, because I'm into what we call expressive art. So the expressive art is whereby you show the people what you mean, you know, you come to the people as you are, you know. So, but when it comes to corporate event, I've been having a lot of corporate event where they tell you that you are invited. It is black tie event, you know. So there I know that I'm going to have this show in front of the people. This is not my show. You know, it's not my show. It's a corporate event. They are talking about, you know, their IT arrangement with the Chinese, with the Japanese. So I'm just there to provide the music. So I need to follow their rules, you know. But if I'm doing my own art, I'm in my workshop, it's like somebody's in their workshop. So you are coming there, you need to know what to expect. That's Mumba Yachi. But again, I always do that as part of art, and then I always pray that we need to get to a point where we trust the artist, to say we trust this artist, we understand what he does, he's part of, he's trying to say something, he's trying to communicate. Like today, like what I'm dressing, can they invite me to a corporate function? I think they can invite me the way I look today. You know, because
but other days
no. Other days I understand them, you know. But what I can just say in short is that people has to trust me and say no. If it is serious like this, if just right now, if you tell me that they need me at the State House to go and have a performance there, there are a lot of delegates that are coming. Come on. How am I going to dress up?
You won't go in a bamba.
I won't go there in a bamba. What message am I trying to communicate to the delegates from other countries? That we suffer in Zambia, that we don't have food, or you know. So you have to show the delegate when they come, they have to see you and say, we are in Zambia, you know, people are nice, people are good.
But the truth is that people who are suffering, who can't even afford a pair of trousers, so maybe you don't want to communicate that.
No, those are the things that we need to do it between ourselves. You know, those are the things we need to do it between ourselves. But when there are other people, we need to represent ourselves as nicely, you know, because in all these other countries we envy. They always have those people that suffer, but they don't show us. You know, they show us the beautiful things. So even that's the same thing that I'm talking about. Like I know which way, what to put, where to put. You know, but it's just for people to give it time. I know with time people will understand to say no. This is art. It is not everywhere. This, you know, right now I'm going to a wedding event, you know, so I'm invited there as a guest just to chill out. So how am I going to look like, you know? So I need to be in a certain.
So you won't go in the feather jacket?
I think this is not bad. I think this brings joy. Yes. I don't think it brings shame to say, Lima Bamba. No, I think this is nice. Okay, I can go like this. Yeah.
We'll talk more about your wardrobe. We're still hanging out with Mumba Yachi, and there's more conversations we'll be having right here on the table.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, Sena Kumazulu. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Drift the Trick, and you're now watching On the Table with Chimweka on Diamond TV. Voilà.
Welcome back to On the Table. We are joined by Mumba Yachi, who is my guest today. Got an interesting outfit, by the way.
Thanks.
Now it even makes me wonder as well. Because all we ever see is you wearing these interesting outfits. Do you have like ordinary clothes in your wardrobe?
Such a beautiful question. Yes, I think I have some. You know. I think I have some. But you know, I have two young brothers that are pastors, in Mufulira there. Yes. So every time when I buy a new suit, I will just dress it. I will just wear it even once. I send it to them. You know, I will send. Yes, I usually send my suit to my brothers. So my normal suit. You know, but for me, I always remain with this. Nobody want to take this. You know, so all the normal ones I just give away. You know.
So you're not interested in having these what people call the normal clothes?
I'm interested. You know, sometimes you have to be normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's rare. It's a bit rare for me to be normal.
But how does your family also feel about it now that you also bring in your siblings and with your own immediate family as well, with the children and the wife?
Yes.
But how do they feel about this side of you, where you go on underwear on stage, you've got all these interesting concepts?
Yeah, because I also see people also get worried and say, he has children or what. But there's a difference because I'm one father who spends a lot of time with my kids. You know, I have more time to be with my kids, you know. So they know me, you know, like nobody else. What I mean is that there's nothing that will surprise them when they grow up. They will tell people that this is how we saw him when he was preparing them, you know. We saw him when he was planning to do this. We saw him, you know what I mean? For example, that big chifulukutu I came with, I was preparing it at home, you know, with my kid. I said, no, I don't want heavy things in it. I want some, so give me your pillows, you know. I got the pillows, I put, so, and then they waited that night to watch me, you know, so they were watching. So, you know, they see it coming from their house. They see you going with it. They see you on TV. I think it's beautiful, you know. But for people who might not know, they will think, how are his kids going to see it? No, the kids know that it is art. So they are also growing with that idea to say, our dad, this is what he does. You know, just to make people happy, just to make a certain, to cut across a certain message out there, you know. Because they see me all the time. They see... Sometimes I dress normal.
Sometimes.
Sometimes I
That's
dress.
the key word. All right, let's conclude with this conversation around pushing Zambian music on the international stage.
Yes.
I mean, you speak more than 5 languages.
Yes.
And a good number of these languages are not necessarily Zambian languages.
Yes,
but
yes, exactly.
spoken outside Zambia. And when people talk about Zambian music going international, a lot of times they talk about it being the secular music. They will talk about either Your Maps doing it. Now we're seeing someone like Sampa the Great doing it as well. But if you talk about the type of music you do, folk music and so on, where do you think we are as Zambians in terms of pushing this music internationally and making the international market love it? To a point where when you travel, you're not just going to perform to the Zambian community
in diaspora.
Exactly. But what are we doing? Where are we from your perspective? Yeah,
but you know, this question is very, very difficult. And I feel like Mark II can be also a very good person to talk about Zambian music and where it must go.
Why? Why do you think Mark II?
Because Mark II is calling himself the general
Retired
retiree.
general.
Yeah, so I feel like he can see things now.
But he's too active.
Panorama.
He's still performing.
He's performing, but he's not too much active into it. But what I'm trying to say is that me, I'm also in the pitch. So for me to see very well how it's happening, I think we need people like Magitu to be giving more advice and more.
But the reason why I asked you this question is because, I mean, you do a different type of music than Makitu does.
Yes.
So with Makitu, it's a music that, especially the people out there, the world out there, has experienced, except maybe not in the language that he uses.
Yes.
But as opposed to the type of music you do, it's got that authentic African touch. And we're also living in a world now where the Western world, the Eastern world, are looking for that authentic African music.
Yes.
Look at how Nigeria is thriving and so on. They're looking for that music. Even Sampa the Great, she's gone with that Zamrock touch and so on. And they're receiving it very well. So that's why I'm posing that question to you, because you do that type of music.
Okay, what I can say now is this. I'm putting myself in a position where people like Burna Boy, people like Wizkid will want to feature me. You know, that's a position where I'm putting myself. Why I'm saying that, you will find that in people like those we call great, like Burna Boy, you'll find that in his album, you find people like Yusundu featuring in the album. You find people like Angelique Kidjo featuring in the album. So those Burna Boy guys, they are featuring authentic musicians, people like Black Mambazo in their album, because they are also looking for something rooted. So I want to put myself there so that I can help putting flavors in the people that are doing pop music, Afro pop. People like Yo Maps, they can still feature me so that we put something to their music, you know. So we need to have people like Yo Maps who are in front, who are having the pop, Zambian pop sound in the forefront. But if they want to look into the depth of the music they do, they need to find people like us who are there backing them up, you know, so that they are
But
going high.
how come it always has to be them to feature you? Why, for example, I know you've worked with Slap D, you've worked with Chef 187 and so on, a number of artists. But why does it have to be them and not you featuring them?
Because me, I'm the roots, you know, I am the roots, and then they have to come to me to get some resource, you know. It is.
All these, the Yo Maps and so on, they have to come to you.
Yes, I'm always there available to give the service, because me, I get things from the villages, from the deep village. That's where I get the inspiration from, and then I bring it here. So it's up to them also to come to me, or to go to the village. Get my point? To come to me and get it from me, and then we all go together. Because I can't remember refusing a collab with any artist, because I know what I'm bringing to their music. So
do you charge for a feature?
Normally I don't.
Okay.
Normally I don't. I don't. They usually give me for transport, because I believe if we want to charge, I believe myself to be very expensive, very, very expensive. They can't afford. So instead of being that expensive, I just become for free. You know? because I believe that we need to make this thing grow.
Yeah.
You know, we need to make nowadays I even featured a guy called Choose. Yeah.
International, yeah.
Yeah, because when he spoke to me about featuring, I checked his music. I found that he's very focused young man. I couldn't say no to such people. And then I can't charge him. You know. So why are you charging
If you had
him?
to charge, how much would you charge?
I will. From you, that's when now I'm going to finish my house from you.
Well, we have to finish this interview right now. Mumba Yachi, thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
No, thank you very much for this opportunity. But one thing I know, you have always talked about how Zambian music can go in the international market. What we can do is just to work together and support each other. We need to give support where it is due. You know, where it's due. We don't have to use emotions when it comes to this thing. When somebody is working hard, let's give that person the support, because when that person makes it, it is all of us.
Thank you once again for coming through. There's more we could have talked about, but I'll save some of the meat for another show. It's another show where we need you. I think my team must have gotten in touch with you for that.
Thanks.
We'll discuss further on that show.
Thank you.
But that's been our conversation with Mumba Yachi. Look out for his music video, Think About Me, right here on Diamond TV.